What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TEW Confrontational, episode number 55, I believe. My name is Ty Workington here with my little brother, Evan Workington.
Yep.
Um, yeah, back at you with another episode of TEW Confrontational here. Um, got some stuff going on this week and weekend. We got the NFL Combine going on. Yeah, like our background has going on in Indianapolis there. So you had defensive linemen and tight ends go on Thursday, and
hmm
then you had DBs and safety, like all DBs,
All
like
DBs.
cornerbacks, safeties, and stuff go yesterday on
Yep.
Friday, and then today, Saturday, you have running backs, wide receivers, and quarterbacks.
Yep.
Which today is probably going to be the biggest one to watch with all the 40s. I mean, yesterday there were some pretty fast 40s.
Yeah,
428
very
was
fast.
four
Four two
two
eight's the
eight.
fastest so far.
Yep. And that
But
was
yeah,
set
this
by
is
Nate Wiggins out of Clemson, cornerback out
yeah,
of Clemson.
and
Um,
Nate Wiggins, 4.28. Eventually, he ran once and got hurt, ended up getting hurt, so he's obviously
yeah,
it's not going to participate the rest of the combine. But this is probably the most anticipated day of the combine. You got the skill players, obviously. I mean, cornerbacks or DBs yesterday. This is the most anticipated day for sure. And then obviously tomorrow, I mean, we got some hometown people participating tomorrow for O linemen. Mason McCormick's doing the combine tomorrow, so big combine for South Dakota tomorrow.
is the running back out of Isaiah Davis? Is he
Isaiah
doing the
Davis,
combine today?
I believe so. Yeah, so I think it's
You would
there's two.
think, right?
Yeah, I think Mason McCormick.
And
Then
then
they have
Greenfield,
Greenfield from
Greenfield.
SDSU, two
Yep,
offensive linemen, and then you got Isaiah Davis also
running
at
back.
SDSU. So I think he's participating today for sure.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. See some of those guys, and then also yesterday you had
Kid from USD.
Miles Hayden, or what was his
Yep.
name? I think Miles
Yep.
Hayden. Yeah, and he didn't do too bad. His 40 was like 4.5 corner or something like that, and then
Yeah,
his
but
broad jump was like 9.10.
yeah,
Um,
and then he has what's that one drill? Ah, man, I'm forgetting the name. Where you
the three cone or the 20-yard shuffle,
nope,
or the
the gauntlet. It's called the gauntlet. Where
oh,
you have
when
to
they did the
turn.
skills drills.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so he actually had one of the best days out of all the DBs. I mean, very consistent. I mean, didn't drop a lot of balls. All of his drills were pretty tight and pretty nice. Um, yeah, and they even called it out. He said he had one of the best combines out of that DB group for sure.
yeah, he was ranked 35th out of the DBs going
Yeah,
into the combine.
and they were saying he was top two that out of that day. I mean, obviously have the pro day at their college.
Hmm.
So a lot of people do. Some people don't participate in the actual NFL combine if they're not invited. So they'll do the pro day, whatever. So
Yeah, and you'll see some of the quarterbacks that like the top ones, like Drake May probably won't participate today.
yeah,
Um,
Caleb Williams is
Caleb
going to
Williams
participate.
probably won't. Yeah, but you might see
No,
like Bo Nix, Penix Jr. You might
yep.
see him throwing the ball. JJ McCarthy might be out there.
And
Um,
then obviously you have the receiver Marvin Harrison. We have a big topic that it's probably I don't know if it's huge. We'll get to that later, but yeah, he's not participating at all.
yeah, but I mean he's guaranteed a number like a first round
Top
pick, and
three, top
yeah,
three pick. Yeah,
maybe, yeah. We'll see how it all pans out when the draft comes around. But yeah, for sure, top 10, no doubt. So he's gonna get a healthy paycheck. So I get hurt like that Nate Wiggins guy did. But
it's
yeah,
called stretch. It's called stretching out, man. Called
yeah.
stretching out.
But you'll see some other wide receivers like Roma Dunze will be there. He'll be participating and stuff like that. So you'll see some other top wideouts. But yeah, today's probably one of the most must-watch TV for if you're an NFL fan, get ready for the NFL draft and for next year, see all the
Yeah,
rookie talent coming into the league,
yeah. And
get their
are you?
stats and their dims.
Yeah, are you a big fan of the combine?
Mm, I like watching the 40s and like sometimes I do like the field drills and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I
But
was gonna ask that. Well, so I don't understand how NFL fans cannot like the combine. I mean, first of all, it's I mean you watching a bunch of young kids, like live out their dreams. I mean,
17,
that's
18, 19 years old, yeah.
not 17 or 18, but maybe some 18-year-olds. But yeah, I mean, I don't understand because they're living out their dreams. And also, you're looking at if you're an NFL fan, you got a favorite team. You're watching all those young players could possibly be on your team. So you like watching the young talent that you could possibly draft. So I don't understand why NFL fans do not like the combine. Um, but I was gonna lead into my next question. What's your favorite thing out of the combine? You said 40-yard dash,
Yeah,
right?
that's probably the one I like to watch the most. I mean, it's not very it's only lasts like or 4 seconds a race, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's just fun to see how fast these guys are running. Like 4.28, that's pretty fucking crazy. And then like all time, you have like John Ross and
Chris
Chris
Johnson.
Johnson, yeah, right. And yeah, Henry Ruggs ran a 4.27 in 2020.
Wonder how
Shout
he's
out,
doing.
shout out Henry, yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's just it's kind of, I mean, it's not very entertaining, I wouldn't say. I mean, when you're just
I
watching them
mean,
run. I mean,
yeah,
but
yeah. I
it
mean,
is kind of, yeah.
go ahead.
No, dude, take it away.
Yeah. So for me, yeah, I love it because I mean, played football growing up, and then obviously being in a combine myself, obviously high school combine. But I mean, those drills are fun for me. My favorite is obviously being a DB safety. Mine was a W drill. Watching how they, because you got the T step, watching how these guys get out of their break is probably my favorite thing because they talk about it like Prime's known for not like saying screw the T step because it slows you down, and you know what a T step is, right?
Yeah,
Like
that
coming out of your
side's,
break.
yeah.
Yeah, so they try to teach that, and it used to be just reaction, more reactionary than anything. So I like watching that and hearing the commentators like say like, oh, he did T step, oh, he didn't. I like watching that, and obviously 40-yard dash. Um, and bench press is pretty fun. I didn't see any, the first day or the second day.
Yeah, it's probably one of the earlier, I don't even know when they do that. It might be off to the side. I
No,
mean,
yeah, but I thought they used to record that. Or obviously they
they
record it,
did,
but I thought it
yeah.
used to be live. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but they also got the vert. Vert's pretty cool to watch.
yeah.
Saw a couple 42s, 42 and a halves yesterday for
Hmm.
the corners and stuff. But yeah, today's going to be fun with all the wide receivers, running backs, and quarterbacks. You'll get to see some of the top prospects throw the ball, catch the ball,
And then
run, jump, all that good stuff. So,
and you mentioned that Nate Wiggins. He has the fastest overall right now, 4.28. And then there was the first day. There was a white kid, a white out of North Carolina State that he had the fastest out of linebackers,
yep, the
or all of
linebacker.
them,
Yep,
all of them.
linebacker out of yeah,
North
like you
Carolina
said,
State.
yeah, out of NC State. I'm gonna pull up his name here. Peyton Wilson, out of
Yep,
NC State, ran a 4.43.
good for him.
Yeah, so that's pretty.
Good
That's
for him.
moving. That's moving for a linebacker. Um, so yeah,
Yeah, and
and
who
it
knows? I
just
mean,
increases the stock of these players.
yeah,
I think I've heard of Peyton Wilson watching some of the NC State games, but yeah, some of these like no names, like you said, Miles Hayden or whatever, 35th ranked out of the corners, having top five performance in the draft, rose his stock probably a couple picks
ab-
there for sure.
absolutely. Especially those small schools. I mean, you got a lot of small schools. They're good players, obviously, because they're invited to the combine, but this increases their stock. I mean, if they perform well, they're in the top five. Of their class. They're gonna go raise their stock a little bit.
Yeah, especially SDSU kind of making a name winning like past 4 or 5 uh division titles, and then having James Madison used to be in the conference going up to the FBS. So you might see SDSU making that jump in the next couple of years. So yeah, just growing and putting South Dakota on the map. So that's pretty sweet to see all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And would you mind looking up that there's the first day there was a guy that was like 366 pounds. He ran a 5.22.
for all right.
I don't know.
Let's
He was big
D
dude, big. Yeah, no, I think he meant D lineman. There's no way he's D end, maybe
yeah,
no nose guard or whatever.
defensive
But he was
tackle.
he was
It
three
doesn't
sixty six,
yeah, it doesn't necessarily show their weight. What do you say, Rand?
5.22 or 5.25 or something like that. And that's moving for, I mean, shit, that's 360 pounds moving that quick.
Yeah, there's that Tavondre Sweat out of Texas.
I think
He's a
I think
big
that
boy. He ran a 5.27.
I'm not sure what his name is, but anyways, that's moving. I mean, dude, they're professionals for a reason. I mean, you see these guys, they're that big, that
Yeah.
strong, and they're moving. I mean, 5.2, you don't think of it as like moving quick, but for a D lineman, offensive lineman, that's pretty damn quick.
Yeah, that's what I was running like freshman year in high school. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
pretty, I mean, that's pretty quick. That's pretty fast, especially with all that weight behind him.
right, right.
But yeah, there's like a defensive tackle from Florida State that ran a 4.7 from Florida State, and then Dallas Turner out of Alabama on the edge ran a 4.46.
You said that was a D tackle, the first one, 4.7.
Yeah, out of Florida State, Brandon
Mm-hmm.
Fiske
Yeah.
ran a 4.78. That's moving for an inside defensive tackle. So
Yeah, and then even I wanted to call it Penn State is having a lot of good players, perform well at the
performing well,
combine.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. 100%. Yeah, a lot of A lot of, I mean, yeah, you see Alabama, but like that Chop Robinson out of Penn
Yeah.
State,
Yep.
out of that edge, yeah, he's been playing. He had a good
What a
performance
what a great
on Thursday.
what a great name,
I
Chop.
know Chop. They're another good name that he's not in the. You would have saw him yesterday, but Kool-Aid McKistry.
Yep.
Yeah, he that's a pretty cool name, but he
I think
didn't.
I've
He's
seen a
at
few. I've seen. I think I've seen a few Kool-Aids.
I
That's not
just
the first
know
one that I've seen.
I just know that one from Alabama.
Maybe that's the one I've
That
seen. So
DB. Yeah, you
yeah,
see it a lot when they're playing for sure.
yeah,
But yeah, he's not playing or he didn't perform in the try or the combine. He has an injury. I think it's called like Jones fracture or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what a Jones fracture is, but
in his foot or something or what?
maybe I'm not sure what a Jones fracture is. That's why I couldn't tell you
Shit.
what it is.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor either. No, but speaking of people not participating, obviously maybe some due to injury and some, like you mentioned, their stock's too high, so they don't want to risk injury. But how about Marvin Harrison supposed to speak? Because usually a lot of the quarterbacks will do the media days and do the questions.
Hmm.
He had a scheduled time yesterday and he didn't even show up. So what does
Yeah,
that show? I mean, it could have been something. But what does that show GMs in the NFL? You schedule a time, they want to ask questions, and you're not. Unless he's already spoken to a GM and already knows, where he's going. If they know if he's still there, they're going to pick him, so he's not going to talk to any other teams. What do you think about that? I mean,
I don't
kind of
know.
doesn't really show very much
Maturity.
professionalism.
Yeah, mature. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, his dad is a legend in the league. So, I mean, you
Yeah,
point him in some general direction on how to do things and how to go about being a professional. So, I don't know if it's anything about on those lines. I think he already has a team that's going to pick him third
yeah.
or fourth. Because yeah, with the picks and everything. I mean, what do we got for the
Well, the
draft?
Bears. I mean, the Bears have the first pick, but
Yeah,
obviously, go ahead.
no, yeah. Bears have first pick. I think Arizona has second pick, I believe. Um,
Yeah, just pull that up quick.
I am.
Yeah, but obviously we all know the first pick, or most of us think we know the first pick, Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
He's gonna be picked.
Washington has the second pick, and they're probably going to go with the quarterback just because they haven't
They're
had
really, and also
much luck.
they've got a few calls regarding Sam Howell, so they're definitely moving towards that quarterback pick because if they're already receiving calls and taking calls regarding Sam Howell, they might be moving on from him and um, draft a quarterback. So it's going to be very interesting, and obviously we're going to have a huge draft podcast. But like, it's a weird dynamic for a lot of teams because I mean, the Bears have a really good quarterback, Justin Fields. I wouldn't say really good, but he's performing well.
Yeah, I mean, his teammates love him. DJ Moore says this dude's the dude. I mean, I want to keep
Right,
playing with Justin Fields and
and so
shit. So
that's a huge factor in whether they take quarterback or not, or they trade that away. In which if they trade that away, that changes the whole draft. I
right.
mean, because you're expecting Chicago as they
Well,
take
but I
Caleb
mean, you
Williams.
just think Caleb Williams is probably going number one no matter what. So it doesn't matter what team jumps up.
Possibly
Caleb
though.
Williams is
I
going
mean,
number one probably.
possibly.
You wouldn't
Yes.
trade up to go get. I mean,
No, no, but Chicago already has that first pick, so do they can still keep that first pick and take Marvin Harrison at one.
mhm. Yeah. Then you
So
get DJ
and
Moore and
that's what I'm saying. It could I mean whether they keep it or not and what route they go, it's gonna change the draft no matter what.
yeah, 100%. So yeah, looking forward to the draft. That's sometime in like April, end of April, April like 27th or
April
something.
25th.
25th. Yeah. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that. And yeah, we'll have a few guests on as it gets closer to that. But also, yeah, getting closer and having guests on. March Madness is in 2 weeks or whatever. March 17th is selection Sunday for March Madness. And then the first round kicks off for men's on the 21st. And I think the women's is on the 20th.
Yep.
And so March Madness is coming up. We'll have a couple guests on for that. On selection Sunday. We'll probably do a podcast on that Sunday. But yeah, just looking at the NCAA women's and men's. One of the big news out of women's is you have Caitlin Clark 18 points away from passing the Pete Maravich's all-time NCAA scoring record of like
Mm-hmm.
4,000 something points or something like that,
Yeah.
which is pretty nuts. Or not four, yeah, close to 4,000, like 3,800 and something.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, like the 3,800 or whatever it was, but that's huge for her. I mean, obviously she's already broken the women's, and now she's just setting another record. Um,
yep.
so
And
she might, and it,
she's declared for the women's WNBA.
WNBA.
Yep, she declared for the draft, so she's not going to be returning to college basketball next year. So she has one game. Funny enough, against Ohio State when we're speaking of Marvin Harrison, but against Ohio State in Iowa tomorrow. So
Yeah,
she needs 18 points to eclipse that
is
record,
it
and
is that 6 versus 2? What's that seating?
yeah, something like that. I
I
know
think it's
I was
6 versus 2.
6. Yeah, I know I was 6, but let me just pull that up. I think it is too. I think Ohio State is too. But that should be a good showing, and yeah, excited for that for sure. Because yeah, 18 points to pass the all time for men's and women's. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
And she's doing it with flair too. Because yeah, you knew she was gonna knock down that shot from half court when she made
to
that.
start off her to start
Yeah,
off her yeah her run for the women's record. Yeah,
yeah, to yeah, she needed 2 more points or whatever, 1 more point. She knocked down that big three. But yeah, 6 versus 2, Ohio State versus Iowa in Iowa at 12 o'clock tomorrow on Fox. So yeah,
oh,
that
that's gonna
should
be
be
it. Yeah, Iowa. I can't remember the stadium name, but or the arena name, but that's gonna be rocking tomorrow for
yeah,
sure.
the 100% the Carver Hawkeye Arena
Yeah,
in Iowa City.
and speaking of records, LeBron James is 9 points away from breaking the that 40,000 mark. And I'm shit. I don't see him slowing down at all. I mean, he's averaging 25 6 and 6, 25 7 and 7, and he's done it his whole career. I don't see him retiring at all anytime fucking soon.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
impressive.
at 39 years old, and I mean, like you said, he wants to play with his son Bronny.
Hmm.
Controversy going around that topic as well. Whether he's ready, he's only averaging like 5.5 points at USC right now.
Yep. And he
Um,
was. Go ahead.
no, yeah, he's only averaging 5.5, and it doesn't seem like he's like ready, even though that name, if like people are saying if he didn't have the bloodline or that legacy or that name on his back, he'd be in
Nothing.
college for 4 years. No, I wouldn't say nothing, but he'd be in college for 4 years,
Yeah.
working on his game, perfecting his game, in order to make it to the NBA, not just a one and done type deal. But
And I do think this is. I mean, this is a huge topic, and I think we stay on this topic for a minute because I I think that he's got a lot of weight on his shoulders. I mean, following after his
yeah,
father's footsteps. I mean, and
and
I think it's
having yeah,
kind of ruining his career. It's tarnishing his career. I mean, obviously he's very young, but I mean, they can't like a lot of these draft or people that are looking at him. They're looking at him like, okay, we're going to get the next LeBron James. That's not the case at all. They're not going to get that. They're
I
never going
don't
to
think
get
they're
that.
saying they're looking at getting the next LeBron James. I think they're looking at it as getting LeBron James because if they draft Bronny, they have
Yeah, but
more likelihood of getting
so you're
LeBron
getting
James on their team for those 1, 2 next years for
yeah,
a
right,
playoff
two
run.
years, yeah, yeah. But I just feel like he's got a. It's hard for him. I mean, he's his own player, his own person.
Oh yeah, and he's only what,
But
18,
he's
19
got
years old.
those high expectations probably from everybody around him. They're not looking
Oh,
at him as like, okay, this is Bronny James. Like they're looking at him like, all right, this is LeBron's son, so he's got to perform the way,
well,
and he's
yeah.
got very high standards. But and you said that yeah, obviously he's averaging 5.5 points a game. They actually he was in the that supposed to be like that mock draft for next year
Hmm.
or coming up. They actually took him out of that, so he
Oh
fell
yeah.
out of that. So obviously he's gonna be
Well,
at
there's some that have him going late first, early second. There's some that have him not being drafted. I mean, there's a bunch of different mock drafts out there, but I mean, you got to think about this. Like going into his senior year at Sierra Canyon, before he went to Sierra Canyon, he tore his like meniscus and he had to
Mhm.
have meniscus surgery. So he had to sit out a whole year. And then
Yeah,
when he went to Sierra Canyon, he was averaging like 14 and 7 or whatever. And then goes to USC, has a cardiac arrest, like
yeah, been through a
dies
lot. Yeah.
has like open heart surgery, and then comes back. And I mean, he's been through a lot. And I mean, yeah, it is a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. But I mean, yeah, he's playing well. I don't think he has that image of being like the next LeBron James. I think he's more of that role player. He'd be a great teammate for
No,
LeBron,
that's
that
the
three and
thing.
D type guy, like
Yeah.
playing good defense. He's averaging averaging like 1.5, almost 2 steals a game, and he's like top perimeter defensive player in the
Hmm.
NCAA, like with his
Yeah.
stats and stuff. So I mean, great defensive players. 3-point percentage is only shooting 28% from three. So I mean, not doing too hot on the 3-point percentage, but
Yeah.
if you can keep working on that, I mean, be a 3-and-D guy, and I mean, you see
Yeah.
glimpses of athleticism. You see those block chase down blocks and
Yeah,
stuff.
he's athletic as hell, but I mean, yeah, he's not going to be as good as his dad, but he's going to be a different type of. I shouldn't say as good, but he's going to be a different type of player for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but that NBA's coming not coming to a wrap. We're halfway through.
We're getting
Um,
closer
yeah,
to the
you
good.
you see some teams starting to be like, all right, either we're tanking or we're making this push for the playoffs. And uh yeah, Golden State's looking like that. They won 13 out of their last 16. So
Mm,
they're moving along. Lakers are playing well. Yeah, I mean, you got some injuries like Joel Embiid for the Sixers.
yeah,
He that hurts. He's out for a while. But yeah, you have basketball is rolling along. And then yeah, NCAA tournament, March Madness should be starting up here in the next couple weeks. Selection Sunday,
yep.
on March 17th.
Big
So
day
yeah,
for big day for people that are using DraftKings and stuff like that for a big month, or if 3 or 4 weeks
yeah,
for March Madness. I
100%.
mean, you're firing bets, and I'm excited. I'm not going to be doing that DraftKings and stuff like that, but I'm excited to put my brackets together, a few brackets, and see how it goes. Yeah, top teams. Who are top teams right now?
Houston's at one.
And Houston
UConn's
was good.
at
Houston was really good last year too.
yep. Houston. They got great defense. Yeah, they're one of those teams that slow you down, and yeah, you only putting up like 50, 60 points against them, if that.
Yeah,
And so yeah, they're really Houston's really good defender. UConn's number two. They just lost to Creighton, like we mentioned a couple weeks ago, on the pod. Purdue's at three with that Zach Edey, and all those guys. Tennessee is at four. That Dalton Connect or whatever his name
yep,
is averaging like 32 a game. Marquette at five, Iowa State six, Arizona seven, UNC North Carolina at eight, Kansas at nine, Duke at 10. And that wraps up your top 10. Then you have Kentucky at 15, Alabama 13, um, Florida at 24, Gonzaga, who's usually pretty good, at 22.
yeah.
Dayton's in there where Steph Curry used to play. They're at 20.
Yeah.
Um,
Who's your early winner of the whole tournament?
Early winner of the whole entire tournament.
Yeah,
Jesus.
pick your. Yeah, it's just what I mean. Obviously, you don't know. I mean, obviously, we got a little bit to go. We got 2 weeks, or whatever, 2.5 weeks, right, until it
Yeah,
starts. Or the selection Sunday is March 17th, right?
March 17th, yeah, is selection Sunday. And
So
a
who's
lot of
your
these teams are gonna make it. These top 25 probably will for sure make it.
yeah? Who's your
Um
winner? Or who's just say who you're gonna think is gonna make one team that's gonna make the championship?
Tennessee's been playing really well. Um Houston, I mean, yeah, Houston probably for sure. I like Houston a lot. They have a couple big boys inside, and they have a good guard.
Yeah,
Um
I'm probably gonna go UNC.
yeah,
I'm gonna go
UNC.
I'm gonna go UNC. They got the number. I think what number is he? He's a big dude. He got hurt 2 years ago in the
Yeah.
championship game. We were in Mexico.
Yeah, he's a ugly looking
Number, is he
motherfucker.
number five or is he number 5 or 0? He's number 5 or 0, I
It
think.
has a what's his last name? I'm pulling it up here right now. I can't
I think
remember.
he's number 5 or 0, but I think UNC's gonna make a run.
Yeah.
It's been a
RJ
while.
RJ Davis is their point guard here, but I
Look, who's their center?
Baycott.
Hmm.
Amando Baycott. Yeah,
What number
yeah,
is
yeah.
what number is he?
I can't remember, dude. Number five. Yeah,
Number
number
five.
five.
Yeah, yeah.
Amando Baycott. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did get
So
hurt a couple of years ago, yeah.
in the
And
championship game, yeah,
they were on a run, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But I got them going. Obviously, it's way too early to, you know, really pick. But yeah, Dayton. That's pretty awesome that they're in the top 20, top
Yeah,
25.
Duke's not looking bad with Filipowski, and he's a freshman too, so hopefully he stays around a little while. And then you have yeah, what is there? You have Tyrese Proctor. He's been playing well, and then you have the Jeremiah Roach. He's been there for a while. He's been
Yeah,
averaging 15 a game. So yeah, but that Kyle Filipowski's been carrying
yeah.
us and
But
holding
also you
us.
gotta think there's that point guard or that guard for UConn. He's a baller too.
Yeah, the RJ Davis dude. Yeah, he is a
Yeah,
baller.
it was averaging like what 20 something game.
Yeah,
He's
summer.
been
Yeah,
playing really well.
22.
I watched him. He takes it and he's not your average point guard. He's a great shooter, but he takes it to the hoop a lot and takes that contact and gets a lot of and ones and stuff like that. So
Yeah, he's shooting 90% from the free throw line. His splits are 43, 41, and 90. Yeah, 40, 40, and 90. So shooting 40 from the field, 40 from 3 point, averaging 22. Yeah. And then
but
Amande Baycott's averaging 14 and 10.
yeah,
That
he's yeah.
Harrison Ingram for UConn's pretty deadly too. He's like their X factor. If he gets going, it's gonna be a
Catches on
tough
fire,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
be a tough game for whoever they're playing. But yeah, excited for NCAA tournament to start up.
Absolutely.
I think we'll have Kyle Lyons on. He's a wizard
It,
when it comes to March Madness.
yeah, and he
Um,
was on last year.
yeah, and he
Yeah.
called that Fairmont or not Fairmont. Who was that team?
Yeah. Oh man, I can't remember what
Freeman
that
or yeah.
Freeman. Yeah, Freeman.
Yeah, that he called
Yeah.
that first round exit for Purdue or Freeman over Purdue or something like that. So yeah, it was pretty nuts. And I think that Purdue team, if they gotta, yeah, they always leave early. Last like 2 or 3 years, they've left pretty early, even
Yeah.
with that Zach Edey and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Gonna dive a little bit deeper into it in the next couple weeks here. Yeah, when the teams start wrapping up, conference tournaments start like March 12th,
Hmm.
like the ACC tournament, Big 10, Big 12, SEC, all that good stuff. So those are fun to watch as well. Usually you'll see like Duke and North Carolina in the
And I think
ACC tournament, and then yeah, I get to
then
see
they
them.
then they do have that tournament in Sioux Falls next weekend.
The Summit
It's like
League.
it's like a
Yep.
D2 tournament. You know, got the Northern USF. Those guys
Oh,
playing that,
that
right?
one. Yeah, yeah. The Sun Valley Conference or whatever.
I think that's next weekend, or is it the
Yeah.
Summit? Or is it the Summit?
Summit's in 2 weeks. Summit League
Okay,
tournaments in 2 weeks, I
because it
believe.
because I know they have that D2 tournament.
No, Summit
Uh,
League tournament is next week. That it's the 7th or the
okay, maybe.
9th through the 12th or whatever is
Yeah,
the
that's next
Summit League
weekend.
tournament.
Who's
Yeah.
do you know who's in that? Because I
That's
thought
that SDS. That's SCSU.
Northern.
Mm-mm.
I thought Northern was in it for some
No,
reason.
that's like SDSU, USD, North Dakota State, all
Yeah.
those guys.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the
So
conference, but I thought there was a tournament that Northern usually came to uh,
I'm
Sioux
not
Falls
sure.
for.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's this week. I'm not sure what it
I
is.
think they. Yeah, I don't know,
I don't
but
even know what division that is, honestly.
what
What?
Northern
Yeah.
D2,
Yeah, but what's the conference?
the not the NSIC, Northern Sun Belt. Yeah, it might be the NSIC, or I don't know, but anyways, yeah, March Madness coming up, um, and big. I mean, obviously, big stuff this weekend. Jake Paul fights again.
Does he? I feel like he fights like
He
once a
does. I mean,
month,
which is good for him. I mean, he
making
needs
money
to.
for sure.
He no, I don't even think it's about that, dude. He made his first year. He made 50. He was made 48 million. Was that one of the highest paid under 24? Not and the same. You can look it up. Made 48 million last year. He was in that same region. Not as much. I mean, I think he ended up making like 24, 25 million a year.
No, but
Um,
I'm saying you don't think it's for the money? That's a
no. I think he's trying to build a legacy in boxing. Um, and he's actually fighting now. He's actually fighting boxers. Like he is fighting. They're a little older, but he's actually fighting boxers. He's not fighting celebrities. So he does fight this guy, Ryan Borland. You know who that is?
mm-mm.
Me
I'm
either.
not a huge boxer. I don't
But
watch
me,
boxing a
no.
whole lot.
I'm saying I don't know who that is either. So he's not a celebrity, right?
I only know like Manny Pacquiao and
Yeah,
Ryan Garcia and those
Floyd
guys.
Mayweather. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, good for him. I'm gonna watch that tonight, for sure. Uh, but yeah, What else you got?
Nothing. Yeah, no. Combine going on this weekend. I'm probably going to turn that on here, watch some of the quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs
Yeah,
do their thing. Um, and then yeah, we got the draft coming up in April, March Madness. Obviously this month in March in a couple weeks. Yeah, you have that Jake Paul fight tonight. You have Sugar Sean O'Malley fighting next weekend. Is it next weekend or in 2 weeks?
next weekend.
Next weekend, the 9th. Yep. Sugar Sean O'Malley, March 9th in Miami, Florida. So that's going to be sweet. Um, who else is on that card? There's
If it's
some
it's
other
a
big
pretty
names. Yeah.
yeah.
Dustin
Look it up.
Poirier. Yeah, Dustin Poirier versus St. Dennis. You have Kevin Holland versus Michael Page. That would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Yan versus Song Yadong.
So, yeah, I know both of those guys.
I don't know Song Yadong, but I know Peter Yan. He's a monster. Gilbert Burns and Jack Della
Gilbert Burns.
Mendel.
Gilbert Burns is a fucking bulldog, bro.
Yeah, he is. He looks like one. And then Jack Mendelina.
Yeah,
Mendelina. I don't know who that is.
I'm not sure who that is either, but
16-2 though, but yeah, Michael Page versus Kevin Holland. I didn't know Kevin Holland was 25-10.
mhm.
I thought he was had a better record than that, but
But anyways, let's get into our starting five that we're gonna do.
oh yeah, new
Um,
segment, new
New
segment
segment
brought to you
every
by Mamitas.
Mamitas. No, brought to you by Bubbler. Bubbler.
Yeah, brought to you by Bubbler.
Um,
Um,
yeah. So you want to explain? You go. I mean, yeah. Starting five. We're gonna do this new segment, like you said. Every podcast, we're gonna do different topics, but we're gonna have a starting five. So obviously, self-explanatory. Starting five. So you pick your five best, your five favorite things, or whatever the topic is. So this week we're doing fast food restaurants. I think
yep,
what we decided on. So
and it'll
um,
be like a draft type deal, so you can't have the same restaurants like as your number
mhm.
one, yeah, stuff like that. So,
Yep.
um, but yeah, do you
So
want to flip a coin?
let's flip a coin here. Yep.
Okay, heads or tails?
I'm gonna go heads.
Okay, it's tails. Damn, I feel like I always win this shit.
Oh, you're rigging it.
Yeah, I know. Feels like it. That's why I want to screen share so you can see what I'm doing. I flipped
That's
it
all right.
4 times and it's all flipping on tails.
Go ahead. You start off. So are we going five to one or 1 to 5? 1 to 5
D-
usually, right? Because that's how a draft works. You take your first best. You want to save your
yeah,
best for last.
we'll start at 5. We'll do a reverse order to save the best.
Okay.
Nah. Let's start at number 1 because we flipped the coin to see who goes first.
Okay. Go ahead.
My favorite all time fast food restaurant. Yeah, they got it. They got it all. They have all the meats. It's their slogan. They got roast beef,
Take all the
chicken.
meats.
They got all the
Oh,
meats.
gotcha.
And then, yeah, with my number 1 overall pick in the 2024 fast food draft challenge, Arby's. We have the meats. So I'm gonna go with Arby's, baby. Arby's number 1
There we
overall,
go.
baby.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. That's a solid pick. I think it's a waste of your because I wouldn't have picked them, so I think it's a waste of a pick. Um, I'm going one of the best restaurants or best fast food restaurants, whether it's 10 in the morning or 10 at night or 2 in the morning. I'm going McDonald's. I'm going McDonald's Golden Arches. I think that's for sure the best fries in fast food chains.
I don't
Best
know.
fries, best fries,
Debatable.
no matter what. But
Debatable.
you can't put so you what are you
Curly
debating?
fries, man.
You can't put regular fries versus curly fries.
What? It's a fry.
No, it is a fry,
All
but
right.
they're different.
All right.
I don't
Curly
think you
fries,
put.
baby.
I don't think there's any comparison.
Mm.
Any comparisons?
There
Salty.
isn't. Yeah, there isn't any comparison because Arby's fries just dominate everybody. Curly
Yeah,
fries, baby. And they got
yeah,
crinkle cut if you want a little crinkle cut in there. They got mott
yeah.
sticks. Oof.
But yeah, I'm going McDonald's number one. You're up
All
number
right.
two.
Number 2, you get the uh yeah, Arby's. I'm gonna go number 2. Line's long as hell every time you go there, through the drive-through. But yeah, the white and blue, not White Castle, but I'm gonna go Culver's. I'm gonna go Culver's. They got the good chicken strips.
Fuck, you took
They
mine,
got
bro.
some butter burgers.
That's what I was going
Yeah,
next.
number 2, got Culver's coming in at number 2 on the 2024 fast food all-star draft.
Man, that's tough.
Arby's at 1, 2 Culver's.
Oh, kind of switches my thing up, but I'm gonna go with probably one that you consider it fast food, and it is fast food. Um, Not your typical fast food. I'm going Subway. I'm going Subway at 2.
Yeah,
I think that's a
Subway's
good.
good.
I think that's a good pick. I don't know if you can put. Yeah, you can. So this is tough. I'm going Subway. It's not the best sub place, but I'm not gonna put because I've been eating Subway since I was a child.
Yeah.
I'm not putting Jamie John's over it. I'm not putting Firehouse subs over it just because those are
Jersey Mike's
but
pretty good. That's a sub above.
but
That's a
those
sub
are
above.
but those are new ones. Like I mean, they're newer than Subway. Subway's been around for when they had
Yeah.
what's his name, Dave or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rick.
yeah.
Yeah.
They watch your language there, buddy.
Hey. Family friendly
Yeah,
here.
yeah. But yeah, I'm going Subway at two.
Yeah, Subway 2 is a good one. Number three, this one's kind of newer, but it's been one of my go-tos the past couple months. Um, get it after basketball games, stuff like that. Um, Slim sauce, man. Can't go wrong with slim sauce. I don't know if it's necessarily fast food. Yeah, there's drive-through and everything. I'm gonna go slim chickens, baby. Slim
No,
chicks.
no. Is that
Slim
fast
chicks
food?
at yeah, it's fast food. There's drive-through and everything. I'm going slim chicks at number three.
I didn't know we could put that in there.
What? You can go
Slim
Doba, you can go.
chickens?
That's fast
No.
food. They have drive-throughs,
It
bro.
is, but okay.
They have drive-throughs. That's
I
fast
was
food.
thinking. I never didn't think of Qdoba as a fast food place, but all right.
Why
I thought
not?
we were going to typical fast food places.
Those are typical fast food. You went to
All right.
Subway, dude. Subway hardly ever
Subway's
has a drive-through. You have
no the one
one in a
where I used to.
world,
Okay, yeah,
like one in town. There's maybe
yeah,
two in town where you have where you go through drive-through. But yeah, Subway is fast food. You're right.
yeah,
But
yeah.
so is Slim Chickens. But yeah,
All
number three, I got Slim Chicks coming in. So I got Arby's with the sandwiches, Culver's with the burgers, chicken for Slim Chicks. Got Slim
right,
Chicks.
that's
All
a good.
right.
That's a good. That's a good list right there. Yeah, I think this is what's gonna. This one's a sleeper. I think this is a sleeper. There's a one that came in just like it to try to take over, but you can't take over the Colonel. We're going KFC at three. I think they have the best chicken. I mean, you can't. They get the best price. I mean, they get spendy. You get that 20-piece box. You got or is it the 10-piece box? You get five.
You can get
You
whatever
get
you get the 20 piece, 15, some
you get the
chicken, some
you get
thighs, some
you get the
wings.
mashed potatoes. You got the corn. I mean, you get the biscuits. I think
Yeah.
The Colonel's undefeated. I think that's a big sleeper. There's a lot of people that they'll go to Popeyes and shit like that. Nah, we're sticking with the original. We're sticking with KFC.
KFC, baby. The Colonel. You the Colonel's son or what? But no, you got yeah, KFC.
Only if you take me in, I'd
Yeah,
definitely be happy.
KFC is good. They got the that bowl. Yeah, the I don't know what it's called. Can't remember what it's called. Just the
Yeah,
KFC
it's
bowl,
yeah, I think
the
so.
Philip bowl or whatever. They got the
It's just
potatoes, the corn, the popcorn chicken, the gravy,
yeah.
cheese. Yeah, those things are money. Yeah, and it was only $5 for that thing, and it filled you up pretty
Mm-hmm.
good. So yeah, KFC is a sleeper pick. That is a good one. So you got McDonald's, Subway, and KFC. I got
Yep.
Arby's, Culver's, and Slim's. Um,
See, I'm all across the board here. I got that actual fast food you can eat at 2 a.m. I got a meal that is quick, Subway, nice sandwich, get a foot long, and I got it's a meal you get when you're ready to have a good night's sleep, and it's that fill meal. It's like the comfort food.
versatile. All right.
I got a versatile list right here.
All right. All right. Coming in at number four. Um, yeah, I don't know. This one is starting to get a little tough. But yeah, I gotta get a little Mexican food in there.
Don't say it.
Not your typical Mexican food. It's that good American Tex-Mex. Um, not gonna go with that. Not gonna go with the not gonna go with John. I'm gonna go with the Taco Bell.
Fuck.
I'm gonna go Taco Bell at number four. Get you some of those quesadillas, some chalupas, the nacho, the Doritos Locos Tacos. Yeah, they got it all. And the Baja Blast to wash it all down with. Yeah, I'm gonna go Taco Bell in at
Yeah,
number four.
you took mine right there. My mouth's salivating right now thinking about those Dorito Locos tacos, man. I think it was one of the best inventions, the Dorito Locos tacos. You got a Dorito shell with the good
With
meat,
tacos inside, yeah,
and and
man.
and I'm not nothing against Taco John's, but I think that Taco Bell has the best meat.
Ground
I think
beef.
their beef is more flavored, has more flavor than a Taco John's. I think it tastes a little bit better.
Yeah, and like for $12, you get one burrito at Taco John's for $12. You can get 12 burritos at Taco Bell for $12. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I mean, yeah, but Taco John's is pretty dank. I like their grilled chicken burrito. That's pretty fire. But yeah, I'm bringing Taco Bell in at number four. Get a little Mexican on the on the platter, and yeah, so we're going. Got
There you
Arby's,
go.
Culver's, Slims, and Taco Bell.
That's a good list. Good list. Yeah, I'm gonna go with one that there's two that are pretty head to head. But I gotta go with my favorite. I'm going Qdoba. I'm gonna go
Hmm.
Qdoba. I think it's better than. I mean, there's a few places now in Sioux Falls that have this
Chipotle,
Chipotle.
yeah,
You got
Pancheros.
Pancheros. Yep. About all the same, but I think Qdoba's. I don't know. I mean, they're all the same, right? But I've been to Qdoba a lot more times, and I've never had really a bad experience with Qdoba. I've never gotten a shitty. And I kind of went away. I used to get the burritos. Now I'm more of a bowl guy. I don't mind the bowls.
Yeah, Qdoba would have been my fifth if I was. Yeah, Qdoba is my go-to. I used to eat it almost every day for like 2 years straight,
Oh
like every day
fuck,
for
dude.
2 years.
I'm just
I had the there's like different tiers in like your Qdoba app, and I was
mhm.
on like the platinum tier, and I got a free meal like every week and shit
Was
like
that
that.
that in Brookings? Is that what you're talking about?
No, no,
Oh,
this was in Sioux Falls when I worked at Dick's Sporting Goods. I just
mm.
got Qdoba every day
It was
for
really pretty
like
close. Yeah,
a year or two straight, and yeah, that's when I was like doing push-ups and sit-ups and shit and lifting weights,
ah,
but
yeah.
but getting those gains in. But yeah, off that train, that bus left a while ago.
So I got
Um,
McDonald's, Subway, KFC, Qdoba.
yep. So we're on our last pick here, last pick of the
Yep.
2024 fast food draft. Um, yeah, my number five, uh, kind of gonna be along the same lines of you. It's gonna kind of be a toss up. There's, like you said, Subway, but then Jersey Mike's is a real good sub place. I like the vinaigrette that they put on it, but also um, uh, Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's has been good to me,
Yeah.
been very clutch.
Jimmy John's is a really
Um,
good. They have a really good bread. I think Jimmy John's
yeah,
has the best bread in the game for sure.
and they're freaky fast. So yeah, I'm gonna put Jimmy John's in my top five. I'm gonna bump down Jersey Mike's to number six because that would be my second place to get a sub.
Yeah,
But
no, yeah, we're gonna do an honorable mention. So just save your pick. We're do an honorable mention. Six man of the year type thing.
yeah, but I'm gonna go, yeah, Jimmy John's at number five to round out my starting five for the fast food draft. So I got Arby's at number one with my number one overall pick. Number two pick goes to shit, wasn't Slim. So who's my number two?
You gotta keep track of that yourself.
Culver's, my bad. Yeah, so I had Arby's, Culver's, Slim Chickens, uh, Taco Bell, and Jimmy John's to wrap up my starting five for the 2024 fast food draft.
Yep. Well, we're not done yet. I mean, like I said, six man of the year, or we do a six man. I got some. I was just mine was churning. Just thinking
Hmm.
about all these other restaurants that I kind of missed out on, didn't think about, that are great and that are go tos. Um, I'm gonna do one of my go tos, and this is gonna, you got Mexican in there. I'm going Chinese. I'm going Chinese, and I'm going Panda Express. I think Panda Express is one of the best. Um, I'm a big Panda Express guy. Ate that a lot in Brookings. Um, you get the two entree, three entree. The rice is always fire. If you get a little soy sauce, I'm going Panda Express at my five. Um, and I think that's a good play. I think if you're looking at it as a starting five, if I'm putting that at my five, that's a thick boy. I mean, putting Panda Express or KFC at my five, getting those rebounds. So yeah, we're gonna go with Panda Express, baby.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's a good one. And then yeah, so yeah, who do you have? Mickey D's, Subway, uh,
Mickey D's,
KFC.
Subway, KFC. Who's my fourth? I just forgot my fourth. Damn. Mickey D's, Subway, KFC.
You
Who
did
did
a
I put my
weird.
fourth?
Did you do a weird one?
No,
Yeah, you did
I don't know
Qdoba.
how. Qdoba, yes, yes, yeah, yeah. You good grab. So Mickey D's, Subway, KFC, Qdoba, and obviously got Panda Express.
Yep.
Um, and then we're going six man. One of those players that you always rely on. Injuries, tiredness, they can always come in and play. So we'll go for you for six man.
Yeah, six man always got to bring something electrifying off the bench. They got to bring that extra burst of energy that you're looking for. And what doesn't bring a burst of energy like a sweet treat, like a nice ice cream cone or a blizzard or something like that, where you can get chicken strip basket, you can get gravy to dip your fries in, anything like that. I'm gonna go Dairy Queen as my sixth man of the year. Honorable mention, get a little bit of everything at that joint, and it's been around for decades, ages, centuries. I'm gonna go with old reliable Dairy Queen as my sixth man of the year.
It's a good pick. It's a great pick.
It is a great pick. It is a great pick.
I'm gonna shock you here. They get a bad rap, and they got rid of one of the things that made them famous. But they have the desserts. They have the good foods. They have good prices. But they got rid of one of the things that people loved, and that's when people came out in roller skates. I'm going Sonic at six. They got the best ocean water. It's one of the best drinks you can get. They got the chili dogs. Sonic's one of the best. You got to. They got rid of the people rolling out on skates and delivering your food. I'm guessing because there's probably too many accidents. People eating shit with your food. So they're probably that was a loss of income for them because they were probably just dropping the food all over and shit like that. And it's hard to train somebody on skates. So
Yeah,
um,
100%.
and I think I actually went to one here at Sioux Falls, and they were training, and the guy was on skates, but the other guy was just on in shoes, just following
Yeah.
around. So I mean, they should raise that price. That's like $18 an hour because you got to fucking skate, carry
Yeah, it's
food,
a lot of
remember
work.
the order. I mean, skating's probably that's a skill
You don't got to remember the order. You order
or
on the
blading.
machines. Yeah, you order on the machines and then they send it
Oh
in. They
no,
put it up.
there's some people that actually do come out with
Do they?
notepads. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't. I thought you just
'cause, I
dialed
mean,
it in on the little
you
pad
know,
thing.
you,
But
you you usually do, but like, I mean, I've had a lot of instances where they're like the machines are broken, they
hmm
don't work, so they do have to come out to you if you park in one
yeah,
of those spots. But
went there to get fucking nerd slushy and they're
nerd slushes are fire too.
yeah, but they were out of nerds or something. I was like, how do you run out of
It's because
nerds? Like,
they're so popular.
yeah, fucking
But no,
Sonic.
I'm going Sonic. I think that's one of the most comical. They got good. They actually got. Good, I've had their wings. I've had their chili dogs. I've had a lot of their food. And they're actually pretty good. And that's it's frozen food that they probably just heat up and shit like that. But um, most comical, good food place
Mm,
ever. I mean, you got people rolling out on skates with your food. That's fucking pretty fun.
yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, Sonic. I don't know. That one kind of pissed me off. I don't know why you chose Sonic, uh, but
Well, that
yeah,
pissed you
no,
off because you couldn't take it, or
no, it's just yeah, Sonic. I was like, huh. And you said Sonic, and then you brought up the roller skating thing, and I was like, yeah, that would make sense. Roller skating's pretty fun.
no shit. See,
Seeing those guys fall on the
that's a good six man right there. That's
fall
a
with all
great
your
six
food.
man.
Yeah, you don't want Sonic falling all over your teammates though. Spilling nerd slushies on your teammates. What
No,
if
but
you what if a burger from Mickey
what
D's
co-
got soggy because of your roller skating guy spilled a nerd slushy on it? Yeah, exactly. That's a bad six man.
No, it's a great six man. But yeah, that wraps it up for our starting five. Starting five with our six man. And like you mentioned, we're gonna do this every week. Starting five. I think we got a lot of good ideas cooking with the starting five. I think that's one of the best. We're gonna have challenges that we actually do, that we do. But I think this is a good, you know, start. Doing the starting five, and
Yeah,
just
it's a
having
good
different
segment to
topics.
bring it. Good segment to bring into the pod for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. And then
yeah.
yeah, like you said, we're gonna be doing yeah like a starting five, and then we're gonna be having guests on and shit. Come closer to like the big events like the
Hmm.
March Madness and NFL draft and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yep.
big episodes coming up the next couple weeks. So yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
doing some challenges and stuff and all that. Cause
Yeah.
we're gonna do some 40-yard dash and shit, but I'm getting too old for that fucking shit to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be running
Yeah.
around and stuff like
No, but
that.
I think we do have a few challenges kind of in the works. I know we did I had
Hot
done the
dog
hot
eating.
dog challenge. So we're gonna have a few challenges coming up here when the weather gets warmer. Um, but yeah, stay tuned because we got some good ideas cooking here.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, that wraps it up for episode number 55. Draft combines going on right now. We got the running backs, wide receivers, and quarterbacks going today on Saturday. O-line tomorrow. You got some college basketball on. Caitlin Clark plays tomorrow against Ohio State, and 18 points away from breaking the all-time NCAA scoring record held by Pete Maravich. Um, And then, yeah, a couple of UFC fights. You got Jake Paul fighting tonight for
Well, that's
boxing.
boxing. Yep, and then
Yeah.
UFC. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean
UFC
the
next
the
weekend.
long-awaited fight that you've been talking about for the past 3 or 4 months in Sugar Sean. So that's next weekend. So obviously we'll probably cover that the morning of before he fights. So I'm excited to talk about that.
Yeah. We'll see what goes on there. And so, yeah, wraps it up for episode number 55 of TEW Confrontational. We'll see you guys next week on the pod. Until then, peace.
Peace.